The MPU, all that is an exemption certificate. What are exemption certificates? They are not statutory, final orders. They are shiftings of burdens of proof. If you have an MPU, the Department of Revenue, if that's submitted, will assume that things were properly apportioned or things were properly exempt. And they could still look at it, they could still flip it, but they're going to give you the benefit of the doubt more often than not. If you don't have an MPU or you don't have an exemption certificate, all right, you have to show them that you're exempt or you're entitled to a portion. But it shouldn't foreclose your ability to do that, because all it is shifting a burden of proof. The other thing that's unusual about that, what I can respect, is that if the MPU does two things. The MPU also transfers the obligation to report the tax from the vendor to the customer. Now, if you were to say you can't do that shift if it wasn't done by the time the initial tax return is filed, that's fair. That's not talking about whether the tax is exempt or properly apportioned or not. It's about whose obligation it is. And you've got to file something. And if the vendor doesn't file anything, it better have an MPU. So that I get, but it can't take away your right to apportion. I'd love to see it litigated in Minnesota, and hopefully come up with the same result.